Okay, true believers, what we have here is the 2018 Suzuki Swift. It just came here in the Philippines. I know it's been out for like a year in other countries, especially in India and Europe, but here in the Philippines it just arrived here, and this is like the first delivery. We have a Suzuki dealership right close by our house, so we decided to check it out, and here it is. This is the GLX top of the line version. And the top of the line version, let's talk about the price later, but here is the key, since this is the top of the line version. So this is a Swift 1.2 GLX CV continuous variable something transmission, continuous variable transmission. So this is what the key looks like. Let's focus in. Here's the front, here's the back. Says, I don't know what this little switch here is for. So it's keyless, and as you can see, it's got the start stop feature because it's the top of the line. Now the lower line, the start stop is not a deal breaker for me, but there are some things that are a deal breaker. Now the top of the line comes with the 16-inch alloy wheels, and it comes with fog lights. Now the deal breaker for me though is it doesn't come with daytime running lamps or this projector headlight. I don't know if it's xenon but only the top of the line gets the projector headlights, which is a deal breaker for me because it changes the appearance or the looks of especially at night, but everything else is going to be the same. So this is the new redesign of the exterior. As you can see, it's got a different grille. It's better looking than the old version. So this is like the test drive version. Let's go this. Let's walk over the other side. So before we zoom in on the details, let's look at the profile. So it's not too square, not too round. I think the proportions are about right. It's got the keyless entry over here. So this is the test drive version, so they got the all new Swift. So this door handle over here, you're gonna have to love it or hate it. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral about it. It's not a deal breaker for me. So you got this antenna over here. So which is not too big, not too small, just right. It's an antenna. And you're gonna look at some features over here in the back. You'll notice, I'll zoom in on the details here. You've got this, I think it wants to be a spoiler, but it's really not. So you would have to probably add an extension if you really want to make it a real spoiler. Look at how it's kind of not really coming out to become a spoiler, not like the other hatchbacks. So I think that's something you're gonna have to add, but I could probably live without it. And if you look over here, it's got the backup sensor. It's got 2 backup sensors. And if you look down here, it's got their rear camera, backup camera. And if we look at the trunk while we're back here, so it's got this cover that lifts up, and it's 60/40 folding, so you could fold the 60/40 so you can have more room if you want. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. There. That's not bad. Let's take a look. So one-handed movement. Yeah, that's not. Let's see if we can remove this part right here. Yep. So everybody can get a feel for what it looks like. So it's kind of like the i10 if you remove if you move it down. It's flatter though. So that will work. So put this back like that, and let's get to the back seat over here. There's some nice features over here in the back seat that you're gonna like. There's like a tether for baby chairs, which were beyond that for us. But if you look over here, it's got seating for 3 people that are 3-point seat belts for all 3. Check it out. So talk about safety feature. Number 1, they all have headrests, so for whiplash. Number 2, they all have 3-point safety harnesses, so if you have all 5 people can have their seat belts on. Not that the people over here put it on that much, but it's a option. And here's the cloth seats. Like I said, this is the top of the line. It comes with this cheesy, well, it comes with the floor mats. Here's what the floor mats look like. So it's not, this is what I have for my Fortuner, and for the, it's kind of standard floor mats. And then you get this thin cloth. It's better than nothing, but it's not really gonna stop stains. Let's get the Swift on it, Swift. So that's what you get with it. So you can kind of cover it up. I would probably get the leatherette that we got for, I think that's like $150. So let's look at the rear. So it's got the side markers over here. It doesn't have any over here. That's what the wheels look like. So let's go into the interior. Probably first thing I want to point out is there's a lot of space here in the back. Check out this leg room. Plenty of leg room here still. Plenty of headroom. For me, like I said, I'm 5'10", so there's probably a 6-footer could probably fit here comfortably. Here in the Philippines, you're not gonna have too many people that are that taller than that. So it's in America. Here we go. You got cup holders over here. You got power door locks, windows here in the back. You have anything over here? And then you got this little cup holder over here for the back people. But I think that's pretty much it. You got these rear speakers. But there's no light back here for the back, for the people in the back. But there's, like I said, plenty of leg room for the, which is not what the i10 has. Okay, the car salesperson told me it's about 20 something, 22. He says 22 to 25 kilometers per liter, which is pretty good. I would confirm that if I were you. So let's look at the visors over here. The visors both have mirrors on it. So another important thing is it's got airbags, so SRS, supplemental restraint airbag here. Here's what the horn sounds like. And there's another airbag over here, and you've got this white plastic here. Of course, glove box. And you got this huge Suzuki thing here, a manual. I probably have to ask about like what kind of warranty, what kind of, does it have roadside assistance? Does it have, what's that, service maintenance or something like that? But let's take a look at what we have over here. So we have the power windows, to control the power windows over here. This is to stop people from using the power windows. Lock, unlock, power door locks. Here we go. And let's start it up. Let's fire it up. This is what the display looks like. So we've got the RPM over here on this side, and we got the speedometer on this side, and then the fuel also within it, and then you've got this kind of information in the middle. So let's take a look at, here's a start stop. Let's fire it up. Oh, you know what, I gotta probably put my foot on the brake. So you gotta put your foot on the brake, and then fires up. So this is the automatic version. Here's the in for the I think the 7-inch display is what it told me. So it's got this thing that picks up all the fingerprints. Now it comes with navigation, but if you look at if you press navigation, it says no navigation card inserted, and it doesn't come with it. So it's an additional cost. I repeat, is what I've been told. So what's nice about this is automatic climate control. So this has no dials over here, but this one controls the fan, and this one controls the, if you want it on auto, it could be on auto. But I have it at 19. You can set it up at 22, 23, 24. And then here's the different modes. Or you can have it off, or you can have it auto, or you can have it AC. And you can have inside or outside over here. So that's a nice feature about that. So it's got Bluetooth. So it's got Bluetooth. You can set up your phone into it. Should be no problem. You got the lighter over here, and you got the USB auxiliary over here. I don't know if this is supposed to charge also. Lighter. Okay, and over here, set down here. It's auto. So this is what the shifter looks like. It's got a little sport button over here. So you press S. There's like a little sport button right there. Back up. Oh, it's asking me to back up. Hold on. Speaking of backing up, here's the backup camera in action. So you go ahead and look at the backup camera in action. There we go. So it's got a backup camera. So let me tell you the other features it has. This is supposed to be cruise control. I don't know if it has a what do you call that? Radar, where it checks, cancel, resume, set. So I think it's just, it doesn't have radar. It just has cruise control. But I never use cruise control. And over here is you control the radio or the infotainment thing, and here you could accept or make calls. Not that I make or accept calls. So over here, so if you press this mode over here, it's got all this over here. So this controls all the different functions. I was wondering if there's any way to change the controls of that. Does it? So you'll find what's interesting over here is this actually, you can set the height of the projector light. So if you want it to be low, then you put it on 0. If you want the projector light to be high, you put it on 5. So that's kind of interesting. Why is this thing not on? Oh, here it is. That's why it wasn't on. So now, like I said, the difference between the high-end mod. So check out this light. So this is with the parking lights on. This is with the. So it's got this red tinge accent to it. So that's kind of cool. So here's with it out, and here's with it during the day. It's kind of cool. All right, let's take a look outside with the high beams and everything looks like. Yeah, let's see. This is with the high beam on too. And daytime running lamps, by the way. LED daytime running lamps. Pretty cool. Now, let's talk about the biggest downside of this thing. I think I might want to have to talk. I think let's take a look at, let's pop the hood. Then we'll talk about the price. Come on, where are you? Got it. Got it. There we go. So this is the 1.2 liter continuous variable transmission automatic. Parehas sila, right? Parehas sila. There's the other. There's the other one. So this is the red color version. See what the engine looks like? That's what the engine looks like. Now let's talk about the big downside of this car now. The car might start at 763,000, but this model itself over here is 899,000. I repeat, 900,000 pesos. You're talking about almost $1 million pesos. You're talking about $18,000, and it doesn't even come with the nav card, so you have to buy that extra. JD. So ano yung kasama? So what's the warranty?
3 years.
3 years or
100,000
kilometers. Okay. Kasama ba yung, meron bang, katulad ng Mazda, meron silang 3 years free periodic PMS parts and labor. Meron? 3 years? And then
periodic maintenance.
And then Hyundai and Mazda both have the 24-hour roadside assistance. Doesn't come down. So it doesn't come with that. But they're saying for 3 years or 60,000 kilometers or 100,000 kilometers. So for 3 years, 100,000 kilometers, there's free parts and labor PMS. Okay. So the only thing that's missing that doesn't is the 24-hour roadside assistance. Not that you're probably not going to be needing it that much. For $18,000, I repeat, $18,000 or 900,000 pesos. That's the big downside. Now, if you're budget minded like me, where your original budget was $12,000, you're talking about almost double the price here, an extra $6,000. I repeat, you're talking about an extra $6,000. So as much as we like the car, the problem is it's out of our budget. Now we can go for the lower range one for $16,000, but we're not gonna get the nav, we're not gonna get the backup camera, we're not gonna get the projector headlamp, we're not gonna get the fog lights, we're not gonna get the daytime running lamps, we're not going to get the push start stop. So we're not going to get the rear camera, we're not going to get the things that I don't really care about are the cruise control, but I do want the nav, I do want the bi-xenon, I do want the projector headlight, and I do want the daytime running lamp, and I do want the fog lights, and I do want the, like I said, the touchscreen display. Now, is that worth an extra $2,000? If you have it, yes, but if you don't, then time to think about something else. So here's the other white accent. So that's something to think about. I mean, if this was like, if this was like $14,000 or $16,000, even at $16,000, I think it would be I know I would say, okay, that's an easy decision, but at 18,000 you just have too many other options. At 18,000 you have the Mazda 2, you have the Toyota Vios, you have so much competition at this price range that you can't just say, oh, okay, this is an easy decision to make. The original Swift at $14,000, yeah, that was an easy decision to make. But here at $18,000, you're talking about an extra $4,000 stretch. I think that it requires more research, especially since for example, the Mazda 2 for a cheaper price would come with all those things for less and have the 24-hour roadside assistance for the next 3 years anyway. Now you don't have the coolness factor of getting the first Swift off the dealership because the Mazda 2 has been around, but I don't know. I mean, at first initially I said, well, for 800,000, yes, I could consider it, but at $16,000, yeah, I could make the stretch, but not at $18,000. I don't know, we'll have to see. But like I said, I do like the styling. I think it looks great. Let's take some pictures. We'll take some pictures, by the way, over here. So it comes in a variety of colors. So as you can see, this is the red version. Now for me personally, I like the black or the dark gray. They have a gunmetal gray. I think I would probably be leaning towards that if I had the $18,000. Which I don't, but if I did, I would probably go for the black gunmetal version. All right, let's take some pictures. Okay, let's take one more walk around the car with the hazards on so you can appreciate. So these are the turn signals for hazards. You can appreciate the projector. I've never had a projector. Actually, I have. I think in my Escalade that I used to have. That was such a long time ago. So this is what the side mirror marker looks like. And in the back. So check out the LEDs in the back. So you got the third brake light over here. This is where the water's supposed to come from. And I would like to thank the dealer over here, Calamba Suzuki, for allowing me to take pictures and vlog about the car for our car vlog of the all-new Swift. I think this will probably be the first one here in the Philippines that extensively. So like I said, you might want to confirm the kilometers per liter. So, but the price is, like I said, pretty high. At least it comes with the PMS, preventative maintenance service, for 3 years, or like you said, 100,000 kilometers. But I want to double check on that because some places are 60. And the competition, like I said, is Mazda 2. And I'd like to thank JD. Do you have a card? Meron kang card? Okay, just say your name and number then. My name is. So if you're interested in this car here at Calamba Suzuki, ask for
Melvin J. Nova, Sales Executive of Suzuki Auto Calamba.
Melvin J. Nova here at sales at Suzuki Calamba. And your number if they want to reach you? 0916 330 7390. Do you have an email or anything like that?
Melvin J. Nova 21 at yahoo.com.
Melvin J. Nova at yahoo.com. Okay, everyone, that's how. If you're interested in this and if you have any more questions, I try to get as much information as I can. But if I didn't answer it, go ahead and ask in the comments, or you can email or call or text message Jay himself here at Suzuki Calamba. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. This is BebotsOnly. I was just talking to Jay about the. I was having real talk with him. I told him, gosh, at 900,000 pesos, you're almost like at 1 million pesos. You can get an Everest for, you know, of course it's, you know, like a real SUV for another $2,000, not the subcompact. And I said they completely missed the point with the Swift over here. You know what they're trying to get at. You know what their market is. Once you go up to this 1 million peso range, there's just too many other options to consider, and you're gonna get way more car than something this small. Yes, you've got the backup camera, but you know, you don't really, like I said, for me, the biggest deal breaker for me, I said, was the projector headlights. The fact that the daytime running lamps doesn't come with so ibig sabihin talaga the lower model, the 799 talagang walang daytime running lamps or projector headlights. For the GL, pero wala siya dito and wala siyang projector. See, I nagtampo na ako. Tinanggal nila yung projector. Tinanggal nila yung daytime running lamps. Ha?
Indifferent ba yung pang-variant?
Yeah. Nagalit na ako.
Ang daytime running lights niya.
Nawala na yung pogi. Yan ang sasabihin ng tao. Sasabihin nila, this is just the GL. Alam ko na kagad na hindi ito the GLX. Wala siyang projector. At this day and age, Mitsubishi Mirage has projector headlamps and daytime running at 600,000, and this one doesn't. For 800,000, even I cannot forgive. You know, I'm ready to give you my 800,000, but not but the fact that you're not going to give me the projector headlamps, I cannot forgive that. Especially when you're talking about this kind of car. This is still a subcompact. This is a micro car. Hindi siya Everest, hindi siya SUV. It's still a subcompact. This is supposed to be for the masses. Mitsubishi hit it right by getting the price right at 600,000 and having all those features. Merapashing, you still have start-stop. But this I cannot forgive. Like I said, as much as I like the new design, but a year from now, when it's all over, when a bunch of people are driving around, you know, I'm not gonna. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Just the principle alone, I can't do it for an extra $2,000. I can't. For an extra $4,000, I can forgive myself, but not at that extra $6,000. You might as well get an Everest. Might as well go to Ford, get an Everest. Spend a little more. Naintindihan mo ba yung sinasabi ko?
Okay.
and it will be a real car, not this subcompact. This is supposed to be your first time buyer car. You know, I can forgive. I say, okay, you know what, 800,000, sure, why not? 900,000, nah, what is it? I've just been insulted. You have way too many options at that price range. Not a good. It's a good car, but not a good buy at 900,000 pesos. When you could just spend a little bit more, and you might as well get like a real. You can get an SUV, like I said, for 1 million. I think that's about my rant. I came in here with high hopes that, like, oh, okay, you know, I'll be the first one driving around in a Swift. I'm gonna have a lot of regret spending the extra 4,000, but now the decision has become easier. Stick with the Mitsubishi Mirage. Okay, well, the more I think about it, I think for 900,000, that thing is a ripoff. I mean, that's a little tiny car for 900,000. I mean, I can understand, you know, an Everest or here a Fortuner for like 1 million. You know, like we got this car for 1.2 million. Then you're getting a lot of car for your money. But for almost 1 million for that little tiny car, they completely missed the point. I mean, it's a like I said, it's a rip-off. At 900,000, it's a complete rip-off. You're better off getting something else for that price. I'm just being practical. I'm just stating the facts that why. I mean, if you want the novelty of being able to be the first one to drive around in a Swift, then pay the price. But for us, that's not the point. I mean, we're not here we're not here to impress anybody. We're here just to get a practical car for an affordable price, and that anyway, I'm driving home.